Good morning, Kevin.
Hey, Earl. Great to see you as always.
Absolutely, my friend. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you, sir.
Yes, sir. So I thought, Kevin, this week we talk a little bit in majority about the local things that are happening right now in the market, which are very, very interesting. And then we can kind of, touch on the overall happenings of the week as far as what the national and overall market is going to see.
Sounds good. Yep. If nothing else, it's an interesting time in real estate.
Oh, to say the least. It's definitely time to buckle down, hone in on your skills, and really get back to the basics.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what's going on in our local markets right now?
Well, on the local market, as of the recent research, I have to be honest, I'm quite surprised. But as we talked about a little bit earlier, with the slowdown of recent buyers slightly, and looking at the local months on inventory, this is what I usually do is just a quick little gasp of or grasp of the Greater Hampton Roads area, the seven cities, York County, slightly a little bit of Williamsburg, around those areas for single family townhomes and condos. And what I see is that in the month of May, we had a 1 month inventory supply, which signals a super high seller's market. As of today, that 1 month jumped to 5 months.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that that is really amazing. It went from 1 to 5, which signals we're right on the edge of a balanced market, which it's not a seller's market, it's not a buyer's market, it's just a balanced market. And that is playing note, I'm pretty sure, to the 6.9% interest rate that we saw most of all last week. So I guess that would be a reason for us to have a dip, in the buyers or slowdown and buyer progression at the moment. Things will balance out, things will move forward, and more people will hop back into the market and doing things that they love to do, which is shopping for homes.
Yeah, it's definitely been a quiet time in my side of the world over the last few weeks. That might explain why there's more inventory. Still a great time to sell. We still hear houses are getting multiple offers, so a good home priced right. But it may be a good time for buyers to come back out. More inventory means, hey, there may be some properties out there without multiple offers. There may be more to pick from. And mortgage rates, we've got some pretty good expectations. As you mentioned, averages were in the upper sixes over the past few weeks. Some folks may find, depending upon credit and down payment, some rates in the sevens. Some people may find low to mid sixes. But as a whole, the expectation is for improvements. So I know I'm kind of going off on a mortgage tangent here, but we have a pretty significant week coming this week. Tomorrow is a big report. It's CPI, the Consumer Price Index inflation report for May, will be released. So inflation, as we've talked about here several times, is the enemy of mortgage rates. Mm-hmm. So we are expecting some positive numbers tomorrow. We're expecting some lower inflation readings coming out. Definitely month over month. We're expecting some improvements, and we're expecting continued improvements over the next several months. So that's coming out in advance of the Fed meeting. Our Federal Reserve Board of whatever is kicking off a 2-day meeting tomorrow, and they'll put out their rate decision on Wednesday at 2:00. Now, their changes to rates don't directly impact mortgage rates. Mm-hmm. They more impact like your home equity line of credit and credit cards and such. But it's going to be a lot about what their outlook is for inflation. So if they're raising rates, they're thinking inflation's still a problem. If they're pausing and giving some hope that inflation is under control and coming down, that's going to be really good for mortgage rates. So everybody stay tuned this week. It could be, and hopefully will be, a very good week.
Absolutely. Yeah, from what I saw in regards to the Fed, looks like about 74%, or there's a 74% chance that they will not raise rates. They will actually stay. That's just, what I saw on it. And talking in regards to inflation, inflation, affects everything. From what I've seen is that a lot of the data has been lagging in some areas. And one of those areas happens to be, and I'm just going to touch on this really quickly, the rental market. According to Redfin, overall rents have declined 1% year over year, which is a good thing for, most renters. However, still here in this South, Middle East / Northeast area of Virginia, where we are, rents still are on the climb. They're up about 5.4% overall. And that's due to overall lack of inventory, lack of rentals, where there's lack of supply when there's lack of supply, the demand is usually really, really high.
Nationwide rental costs are coming down, but it's a lagging indicator, so it takes a long time for it to show up in the inflation numbers.
Right. Absolutely. And just to touch on a few other quick local market information, we have about 995 new listings on the market as of in June, as of today. The average list price for the month of June is around $398,000. Currently on the market, we have about 2,200 active listings. Those are single family townhomes and condos. And a neat little factor that I shared with you a little bit earlier was that closing price to original list price ratio is at 101%, which means if you're a seller, not only is now a great time to sell your home, but you're going to get more for it. So, those are just some, just some little numbers, that I had here, from our local market of Hampton Roads.
Yep. Yeah. We all see lots of stuff on the news and everybody talking about the sky is falling, but really to all of us, what matters is what's happening here close to home. What's happening in other markets doesn't significantly impact us unless we're looking to move to those markets.
Absolutely. That's the truest thing I've heard this week.
Yep. So, hey, sounds to me like it's a great time to get out there and start looking again. If you're a buyer looking to purchase something, sounds like inventory is up and it sounds like we may be seeing some progress in rates. So, to me, sounds like a great opportunity for folks.
Absolutely. Definitely a great time to be in the business.
If anybody's looking to reach out and get some professional help, how can they find you, Earl?
They can reach me here at the number below, 757-871-4167. That's my direct line. Or at my website, which is earl.belltowerteam.com.
And I'm loanswithkevin.com.
Sounds good, my friend. As always, it's a pleasure. Have a great week.
You too, Earl. Thanks.